I do think that those players should have an opportunity to be able to go elsewhere if they don't like, the new head coach that's brought in.
I didn't sign up to play for that guy.
Right.
The other thing, too, is interesting because we've seen an unprecedented amount of firings before we even got to the month of October. And those schools obviously were grandfathered in. One question I would have is, what is an interim coach? Is that a new coach or is that...
No.
Because to me, that shouldn't...
No.
Right, that doesn't count, right? It's the new coach that comes in from the outside. So something to keep an eye on, something of note with the transfer portal, which I do think is a good thing. All right, quick break. We come back. Our buddy Marty Smith joins us. You don't want to miss it. Keep it right here, College Sports Radio.
The experts of college sports today bring you closer to college sports every day at noon Eastern on Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
I'm pretty annoyed at what North Carolina has done. We've set up a program to hire Bill Belichick, and it is a complete disaster. I don't even know how it's sustainable after 1 year. It honestly is an embarrassment to college football.
Miss an episode? Search College Sports Today on the Sirius XM app to find past episodes on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
At Delta, our journey is powered by generations of determination, rising higher with every challenge, and a promise to keep climbing. As we look to what's ahead, we see a world of opportunity waiting. So let's go. Lift each other higher, inspire what's next, and create what's possible. Together. Delta. Keep climbing.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer. Yep, that's me, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. People ask me all the time, what does this mean, I Hate Steven Singer? Well, maybe this is the reason. Here's one of my competitors' ads. Wow, Mike's Jewelers is having their anniversary sale today. Everything is 70% off. Boy, I hope you didn't buy something at Mike's Jewelers yesterday, because if you did, you just got screwed. At my store, we don't play pricing games. We don't do that type of crap. We wouldn't treat our friends like that. We only have one price. One place, one price. You'll never have to wheel and deal. You'll never have to negotiate. You'll never have to play some bony sale pricing games. We just don't do that crap. Come to my store and feel the difference. You'll have fun buying a diamond for somebody you love. Buy real jewelry from a real jeweler. Steven Singer Jewelers. One place, one price. Visit me, the real Steven Singer, and find out why most other jewelers in America hate me. On the phone, 888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. Online, IHateStevenSinger.com. And our flagship store at the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philly.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare, and that is Medi-Share. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with Medi-Share, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about Medi-Share, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And Medi-Share works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 844-49-BIBLE. That's 844-49-BIBLE. 844-49-BIBLE.
From the Final Four to the Frozen Four, your year-round source for college sports. Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84. Welcome back to the fastest growing radio show in the world. It's Dusty and Danny in the morning.
You're listening to Dusty and Danny in the morning on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, brought to you by the Capital One Venture X Card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Welcome back. Dusty and Danny here, joined by one of our favorites, always entertaining, always insightful. It's Marty Smith, ESPN. You see him all over the place. Marty, good morning. How we doing, man? We doing all right?
I am fantastic, gentlemen. I'm knocking the cobwebs off a little bit. We've been on the run. I know you guys have too. I hope you're holding up, but the weather's starting to change. The air is crisp. My coffee's warm. Are y'all creamer guys, or y'all just like jet black, jet fuel?
Jet fuel, baby. You know, jet fuel all day. Danny needs some frou-frou, though. Danny needs all kinds of stuff.
Do you have a whipper?
What's the proper
Marty?
concoction, though, Dano?
Oh, I got a little, my wife gets some kind of fair trade organic coffee beans. You grind them up, and then we've got a Laird Hamilton, the surfer. He's got a healthy brand of mushroom-infused creamer. It's a little powder you put in there, and then you got to get a whipper. A whipper changes the game. If you like to have a coffee with a little cream or a little something in there, you get a whipper, whip it up. I mean, it's better than any barista out there. It's the coffee we're making.
What's a whipper? Is that like a frother?
It's a frother. Yeah.
A little frother. Yeah. You got to get
Lady
one.
just
They're only
bought
like
one of
$20
those.
on.
Yeah,
See? There.
Yeah, she's like 3 days into this experiment, and she keeps telling me that I'm missing out because I'm not participating in the frother. I'm just like, I want regular coffee. I do like a little vanilla cream in there, and some cinnamon, which has many redeeming health values to it. And so the Laird Hamilton mushroom infused creamer powder does intrigue me very much.
I'll send it to you. It's good stuff. And then a little whipper in there, frother. I mean, it is just makes your morning coffee routine that much better. I didn't want to. It's life changing. You will never go back to just regular coffee, a little spoon in there. It's not the same. You got to get the frother in there. We were talking earlier. One of the worst articles I think we've ever seen was making the rounds yesterday, where The Athletic already deeming Arch Manning a flop. I'm assuming you're on the same page as us to say it's way too early. But what have we seen with Arch? Like, what is a balanced take? I think he's been pretty much on par from what I expected. You saw some high moments, saw some really good throws against Florida. You've seen some low moments. He had a couple interceptions too. I still think you see the talent that flashes there that we saw, that we were excited about him. But what's a proper assessment of Arch Manning in Texas at 3-2 after being a preseason number 1 ranked team in the country?
That we all did this. That everybody in the media anointed him before he played against anybody. He played against a poor Mississippi State team last year and a poorer ULM team last year. And his last name is Manning. And we all saw bursts of excellence, especially athletically with his legs. And so we anointed him. All of us did. Some a little more passionately than others, but every one of us had these expectations. He's 20 years old. He opened his college career really against a Matt Patricia defense that did things schematically that I've never seen a college defense do. That was brilliant and has athletes all over the field. He being Arch has had some inconsistencies. He definitely missed throws against Florida. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not worried about him. I'm just not. I mean, how many of the players that are absolutely elite MVP level talents in the NFL right now had question marks in the first year that they started in college? Lamar Jackson did. Nobody believed in Josh Allen. Joe Burrow couldn't get on the field at Ohio State and was a game manager his first year at LSU. You want me to keep going? We have to have patience. He's a young player still. He's played in 6 college football games or something. So, yes, he has been inconsistent. And no, he hasn't lived up to what everyone expected. But that's our expectations. I mean, look, again, there were some throws against Florida that need to be hit in order for them to be the best version of Texas and the most potent version of Texas. But I'm just not worried about it. I'm just not. And maybe maybe that's just me, and some other people may want to really nitpick mechanics or decision making and all of that. But look, Florida is a lot better than 1-3 suggested, and they got after his ass. And they dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And they ran the football at will against a defense that was very, very good at tackling people all season and has pros all over the place at every level of that defense. So it was a complimentary thing, too. We love to, and this is a society thing, we love to build people up and make them superstars. And then when they don't reach our level of expectation, we love to rip their hearts out and stomp on them. And I'm just not going to play that game.
We're with you. The only thing that I would disagree with is we were very level-headed on this show. We didn't have super high expectations for Arch. Definitely not.
I was too, actually.
What everybody else had thought. My biggest, I think if you watch this Texas team, the offensive line, that's been one of the bigger disappointments because they can't run the football with any kind of consistency. They're struggling to protect, and they're going to have their hands full here this week. What are your expectations for this big matchup down in Dallas with the old Sooners and the Longhorns getting after it at State Fair?
There are a few defenses, Dusty, that I have. This will make your heart sing. And I would imagine you guys will agree with this. The way that Oklahoma flies to the football defensively, the way that they've been so well coached, this is outside of their God-given gifts. I mean, their front seven is unbelievable, but they've been coached for 11 helmets to run to the football and have super bad intentions when they get to the football. And you can see it. You turn on the tape and you watch what they're doing. So much of this is just beautiful coaching. It is Brent Venables injecting his intensity into that culture and demanding that. And they are listening and they are executing in that way. So what can Michael Hawkins do? How will Texas's defense respond to what Florida was able to do to them with greater abandon and greater discipline? And to me, that's really, really important. How can they affect Michael Hawkins? I mean, he looked like a Heisman winner against Kent State, which I think is 0-17 all time against the AP top 10, so the barometer not very high. But this matchup intrigues me with the context of the matchup. No John Mateer, at least we don't think there's going to be a John Mateer. BV seemed to shut that down pretty quick. But I lean Oklahoma, but that's just based on momentum and nothing else. We'll see what happens.
Should be a good one.
That game always delivers. It should be another epic battle between those two great rivals. We saw Alabama last week kind of reassert their dominance. Diego Pavia had a couple costly turnovers in the red zone. Bama now, they have to try to reassert their dominance against Mizzou, who's one of the only teams in the country with a top 4 offense and a top 4 defense. Does Bama continue this sort of turnaround story where after losing to Florida State, people want to write them off? They continue on this mission, or do you think Eli Drinkwitz and company can ruin that plan?
Yeah, the South Carolina win, especially when it happened, was, that's an impressive win. But Central, Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, UMass. Okay, that's the slate here. Yes, they're undefeated, but I'm gonna quote their own head coach who said yesterday, I think, when he was asked about how well the running back is performing, he said, we're going to find out a lot more this week about Ahmad Hardy. Yes, he's able to move his body and shift his body and angle his body in ways to be very effective. But we're going to find out a lot this week. He all but said against our first, real threat and our real competition. And I agree with Coach Drink, guys. He said it yesterday. This is exactly how I feel that, and this is having been in the building. The team that we saw in Tuscaloosa, Tallahassee, but from Tuscaloosa in week 1, that just got dog walked and got hit in the mouth and had no resistance against